Okay, as always, I don't really know what you can and can't see out here. We already have a basement in our back pasture, and from the original owners, they had a trailer out here in the back pasture. So this is their crawl space. Now, after they moved, they just turned it into a dump site. So this is what we already have to work with, and we've already had a quote for somebody to come out and clean it out, and they said it would be about $700, but it's not very big, and it's kind of a weird angle, so being able to berm the back so that it would retain heat in the winter might be a problem. I kind of had another thought. Any of my subscribers, any of you that have like experience with construction, at the Benson Institute, they have plans for a Walpini, which is the submerged greenhouse. And we have absolutely no construction experience. I mean, you've seen some of the things that I've built. I have no construction experience. I don't want this to turn out to look horrible and to be unsafe. So any of you that like want to go look at the Benson Institute and see, does that look doable? How much do you think it would cost? Because if it was under $1,000, we could probably do it. We just don't know what we're doing. And I wanted to show you my other side up front. See back here, we have to flood irrigate. And so we would probably have terrible seepage into the bottom of this. So I don't think it would be a good idea to put it back here because we flood. Whereas up in the front, we can't get water to it. So it seems like it would be a much better use of space and water and energy. So I'm probably just going to be rambling about this all day because I can't garden in the winter in a greenhouse as small as what I have. I have to be able to build up another hotbed so that we don't run out of heat come April. So anyway, if any of you guys have any thoughts, I would love to hear what they are.
Well, I'm a glass. That'll probably help if you're ever going to build something. Glass is kind of expensive.
Walk around and see if I can get it from the front. There's the door. Okay, don't step on it. Stay far enough back that you're not stepping on it.
The straw bales are for insulation in the wintertime.
So how deep are you down?
4 feet.
4 feet.
Yeah.
I don't know if that hurt. It's 4 feet down.
We started digging it. I thought we'd try to go down that far, and then when we got down there, we started hitting these river rocks. The little backhoe was starting to patch it a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, let's stop right there. And then this field over here is 2 years ago. So there's the water source going to be when the years
down in Pocatello. Redid all the glass in that a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And I saved some of it out of the fronts and stuff. I saved some of the glass out of that. And I probably should have kept it all. But it's one of those things that I get buried in glass if I keep it.
Yeah.
This was all insulated glass. It was all 2 panels. This panel over here is one of the insulated ones over here. And every one is single pane. So my home teacher came over and he stepped inside of this. He said, "Oh, darn," he says, "I got to build one of these." The first words that came out of his mouth.
Yeah.
The guy's got a lot of money, so I talked to him yesterday, and I told him you were coming, so
Oh, did he say it was okay if we
Oh,
came
yeah.
too? Oh,
I'll
good.
take you over there and show you the difference
Yay.
between $200
I could live in
and
it.
$20,000. And then I also have pictures of one, the fellow, I don't know if you met him, he was at the show, and he's from Swan Valley. Because he took part of that, he did part of that presentation when we were out there.
I don't remember.
And so he went up, he built one in Swan Valley, 16 wide, 32 feet long.
And have you seen
And
it?
then he went on vacation for the winter, so he hadn't done a thing with it.
Oh, no.
So he's not going to find out what he can do in winter to maybe till next year, but he's going to do well in Swan. He'll have fresh vegetables up there.
Did he say how expensive it was?
No, he wouldn't tell me.
I bet.
Although he said,
Probably nickel and dimed it to death.
I can't remember. I kept asking. He wouldn't tell me.
Yeah. His wife probably would. Yeah. Find out and say it better be a lot of tomatoes.
You know.
There's a greenhouse up in Island Park. It's on the. I redid the windows in it years ago, and I worked for Arts Paint and Glass up in Rexburg. But it's Henry's Lake, and it sits up on the hill. And
Okay.
It faces south. And
oh boy, perfect spot for it.
Yeah, I mean, it just is but they have the whole back wall covered with the square fuel cans filled with water.
Oh.
And then they have heat and everything in there, but they say they really don't need heat, but they can grow tomatoes and green beans year round. And because they do have the lights.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's our biggest thing here is not having the December and January, not having the light.
Right.
Yeah, the best way to build one of these on a side hill facing south. Boy, oh boy, you have got it. And it's a lot less material. I did a lot of research since I built this. I should have done more research before I built it,
but it doesn't seem to care. It's doing pretty well for the fact you made it up without knowing it had already been invented.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's.
Yeah, this is the first one I've been in like this, because I've seen them on the.
And I don't know if there's any benefit to it or not. Although it'll probably get a little bit warmer than earlier. But I'm probably going to take this off. Give me a little more headroom too. It was just an experiment. In the plans I have, I used double 2x4s on the walls, on the side and on the back. I had to replace that wall because I backfilled it with dirt. Just the dirt I took out, put it back in. Well, I found out if I just put sawdust and chips in there, that wall's been there now for over a year.
And it's not bending like these walls with the sawdust and chips.
Yeah.
How far is the hole going that way then?
Probably about 6 inches past it.
Wait, so that wall is backfilled with dirt?
Yes, all three of these, all of them originally were. I figured I put it in. There's not going to be any water on other than rain. I didn't think it would ever push in like it did, but it did.
Oh.
These here, when the sun hits these get nice and hot, and just keep things. You can feel it's just starting to get a little bit warm right now, but by this afternoon they'll be warm down this. In the summertime they get quite hot.
Oh yeah.
I bet.
When will you start planting?
1st of March.
1st of March?
Yeah, and we'll be eating tomatoes and cucumbers out of here in June.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I
great.
say, because the greens and stuff, it's definitely warm enough in here.
You could probably do
I
it.
haven't put any heat in it, And we've had a few nights below zero. I think one night we had 15 below.
Yeah.
So.
Did you happen to check the temperature in here that night when it was 15 below?
No, I didn't. And I tried to cover everything, pretty much. And but the peppers grew until we ate peppers off of there probably until end of November.
Wow.
I had cucumbers and quite a few tomato plants going in here, and I think we ate tomatoes until January that we had picked and saved from in here.
Oh, that's great.
But the things that grow up high, you're not gonna without adding heat or light. And so this year, this is the new year, I'm gonna put a shop light in here just to add light. Because what keeps plants going is just light, period. And it doesn't take much heat, but you got to have light. And when you start tomato sets, have you ever started tomatoes from seed?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they really require 16 hours of light. to develop healthy stalks. You can grow all kinds of tomato plants, but they're spindly. If you can give them 16 hours of light,